Well, I guess I'll start off like the other 126 other coaches in the country that'll say how excited they are about this class. No, this is a class that I think has addresses our needs across the board. I think we have a plan of how we want to do things. We've lost some very, very talented players offensively this year, and we've got to replace those. We've had a depth issue last year on defense. I think the first attempt for us this year was to address those needs from an offensive line standpoint, and our defensive front seven, really the complete defense. And we were able to really go out, our coaches, to do a great job of evaluation, number one, and then to be able to establish relationships with those guys and really earn early commitments and hang on to them. I think for the second year in a row, a year ago we signed 32, and we lost one of them. Only one of them didn't come into school at the time, and we lost him to the Minnesota Twins for $5 million. So everyone else, for the first time in my 26 years of coaching, out of those 32, 31, not only did we sign them, they were here and didn't go other schools, didn't have to go to junior college. They were academically eligible qualifiers and were good players. So a year ago, you look at the transition of the roster, you've got 85 scholarship players. That's over a third of your team. Last year were new. This year, our numbers are down, which says a couple things. Number one, that we don't have a lot of attrition, even with a couple guys turning pro early. And so the quality of your class, as the numbers go down, to be ranked where we are, I think that speaks volumes. If you look at any of the stuff that's on TV right now in the top 10, 20 teams in the country recruiting, I think our numbers are drastically lower than the rest of those people. Some people signing up to 36 folks. And what that tells you is the quality of the guys and the evaluation of our coaches was this year at a high level. So across the board, we branched out a little bit, probably for the first time since we've been here. Going out of state, obviously, to Arizona, Louisiana, some junior college situations, Pennsylvania, a number of other states that we probably hadn't been in before. But I think that speaks to our brand expanding east and west, and television exposure over the last couple of years. So, these guys are, again, which is kind of a trend, I think now more than ever. Many of these guys that were committed early began to communicate with each other and helped recruit each other and help stay together. And so they really kind of created their own class. So, the early commitment phase is something that a lot of people have different opinions about. It works for us, and just like I said last year, don't panic too soon. We just got to hang on to them. And I walked in the building this morning. ESPN was here 6 o'clock or so this morning, and they said, what was the goal? The goal was to have the guys that we had committed coming in the door this morning all signed today, and that's what happened. Anything other than that would have been icing on the cake, in my opinion. But we're very, very pleased with this class.